Hello and welcome to this week's Omsi 2 news. This week we wrap up the news for 2021 as this year comes to an end. So first of all, we wish you a happy new year from this channel. And now, without further ado, let's go briefly through what's going to happen in this week's Omsi 2 news. So first of all, it is natural to end with one of the most anticipated updates about a certain Addon London. So we have some information. We have an update from Reese that was posted on the 10th of December. More about that shortly. We also have 3 new maps that were released now that the this advent calendar has come to a close. And finally, we have some repaints, or particularly one repaint that was released. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, first of all, on the 10th of December 2021, Reese McCullen, the developer of Addon London, or more so the main developer of Addon London, posted an update regarding the status of the addon and what he will be doing in the future. So, as we all know, the anniversary for Addon London took place, I think, on the 9th of December 2021. So I think this is the day after, or so yeah, pretty much that. Basically, what he has said is there's going to be one main update for Addon London, and after that, that will be it with Addon London. There might be minor updates and tweaks, but there will be nothing major after this next update. Now, as you may know, the next major update was focusing on basically the buses, because as he has acknowledged, the buses haven't been to the highest quality. We have talked about what exactly the changes to the buses will be, so we won't be repeating that just for the sake of not repeating the same thing over and over again. But basically, Evo City, the Enviro 200, Enviro 400, no, not the Enviro 400, the new Master will be getting, so everything except the Enviro 400 will be getting a new update. So that is the new Master, the Enviro 200, and the Evo City. The Enviro 400 is going to get something minor at most. He has also announced that after he finishes with this, that he is going to start working on something else. So he has some exciting news to announce, something soon about a new project. So obviously it's going to be quite interesting to see what his next project will be, whether it be within Omsi 2 or something else. So that is something to keep an eye out. And of course, as soon as the information is available, we will be posting it on this channel and on the Discord as well. So that is what's happening with Omsi 2 Addon London. I know a lot of you guys are always interested in what's happening there. So that is the latest from that. Okay, now, as you all know, the WebDisc Advent Calendar came to an end, and there was 3 maps, or at least 3 maps, that were part of one of the days of the Advent Calendars. Now, luckily, some of the developers have posted their maps at the end, so on the 25th of December, basically, once the Advent Calendar was over. So, therefore, those who participated in the Advent Calendar got this stuff in advance. So, the first thing is the Steinkirchen map. You might know this map. It's popular enough on YouTube. Some YouTubers seem to like this map a lot. Steinkirchen basically meaning rock churches, direct translation from German. The 2.1, so this is basically a new version and it has some tweaks with timetables, and as you can see here, there's the information. So there's some new lines with up to 60 minutes of travel, that kind of thing. And it does look like an interesting map. As you can see, there's a ski lift up ahead. The next oh, sorry, yeah, okay. That's the same thing. The next thing we have, so the next thing we have here is we have a new, sorry, there was actually 3 maps, but I forgot to put in the second map, as you can see here. So, just give me a moment. Okay, sorry, so basically I put in the wrong thing, I put the same map twice. So the next map that was released, as you can see here, is the Neue Horizonte 2019 Ruhrgebeit. Now this might be some updates. See, with the web, this is a bit confusing because every time a map's updated, it's supposed to be a new version. But nonetheless, as you can see here, this is a new map that was released, or some sort of update that was released there on Wednesday. So, and this, what this features, as you can see here, is, so this is a German version. There you go. So you have 10 new lines. Now, basically, this is an expansion of the Gladbeck map and the Ruhrgebeit map because they're in the same area. So basically, just expands an even already large map. So it makes it pretty big. You have here real schedules and timetables, lines that are coupled together operationally. Okay, great. So you have Chrono events. So again, like the Oktoberfest and other festive holidays within Germany. So I'm not sure what Quango Crims is. You have on yes, Oktoberfest, Munich's Oktoberfest. Yeah, so the Oktoberfest is probably one of the most well-known German celebrations, I guess, worldwide. Then you have more new buildings. Presumably that's what it means. 500 new buildings. Okay, so then they have new crossings and then also that kind of stuff. So there you go. And then you even have a map of all the new routes added there, so you can check this out. The link is going to be in the description. Now, bear with me as I go back into the PowerPoint. Okay, and then moving on, the next map we have that was released is Grundorf version 4. Now, again, this map is the successor to Grundorf version 3, which seems to be a fairly popular map. A lot of you may know it. So this is kind of interesting. These are kind of the Omsi 1 extension maps, and then here you have Grundorf version 4, which is within Omsi 2. So this is kind of lived on in Omsi 2, where they expand like the default maps, i.e. Grundorf. They don't seem to be doing much. There don't seem to be any maps that have expanded in Japan, interestingly enough. There was an Omsi 1, but not an Omsi 2. Anyway, basically, what the new Grundorf version 4 features is new areas in the map. So you have overland areas. So basically, overland areas is like you see here in the bottom right corner with countryside. So these are, I kind of like these areas with the country roads. So that's a new addition. And I always like some country road driving. So there you go. They've added in some rural scenery. There's new authentic line and concepts. So you have new some tweaks with 9 lines, and then you have 6 regional lines and 3 interurban lines. Lots of special routes, e-bus. In Germany, the e-routes mean something. I'm not sure. I think it's potentially express. You have school buses, shuttle, or it's like peak time routes, shuttles, SUV, and then all that kind of stuff. You have the 4 fixtures bus companies. That's not so important. Repaint packs, and then all that. There you have the lines that are featured, won't feature them, and then you also have the special lines. So basically, new improvements. You have the map of the city there, and then you have the 4 operators: Regional Grundorf Werkstriebe, Regiobus Grundorf GmbH, Bustrieb Einsteindorf, and Omnibustrieb Schröder. Okay. And then finally, the last thing we have is a new repaint pack was released by Colin McChilly, who makes lots of repaint packs for the Omsi 2 UK buses. As you can see here, this is an animated GIF which shows all the repaints so it's a first bus repaint, and it's basically made for most of the maps within Omsi 2. So as you can see here, we have it does go quite fast, but you can kind of see that you have West Country, Farrington, Scunthorpe. I'm pretty sure almost all the maps are there. So basically, you can use this on pretty much any Omsi 2 UK map. This is fictional, but nonetheless, it just adds that extra bit of, I guess, role play or playability within the game. And folks, that is it. That is this week's Omsi 2 news. I guess we can reflect now briefly on what has happened in Omsi 2. Within 2021, we had Yorkshire version 3 come out. We had lots of there's quite a few add-ons that was actually released on Steam, including from Halicon Day area. Also had the add-on Beijing released. In terms of the freeware, we had the Icarus boost, which was quite good. We had a new version of Gulch, I think was this year, was last year. We had several buses by Sobol, including the update for the new man overhaul, and he also released a new different man NL pack. There was also more that happened within this stuff, but going off memory, I can't quite recall. But nonetheless, let's see what 2022 has to bring. Wishing you a happy new year for those of you who just watched the Omsi 2 news. And I guess this is kind of a flagship series on the channel, so that's why I will just focus that stuff directed to within this video. And that is it for now. Until next time, bye for now.